Okay, this movie definitely had some pretty dark topics. May December is a new Netflix original movie and it stars Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore, and Charles Melton as three extremely interesting characters. Natalie Portman plays an actress who's just been cast in a biography where she's going to play a teacher who sleeps with a seventh grade student and falls in love with him. And in the movie, the real life teacher that she's going to be portraying is Julianne Moore. And that is where this movie's premise begins. Natalie Portman has decided to move in and spend a few days of Julianne Moore's character so she can get to understand the woman behind the scandal. She wants to get in this woman's head. She wants to meet the people in her life. She wants to meet the student. She wants to understand who this woman was so she can bring out the best performance of herself. I've been a fan of Natalie Portman since I was a teenager and saw her in Star Wars as Queen Amidala, but it's the movies she's made since Star Wars that make her truly so legendary. V for Vendetta is one of her best movies. I thought she was so great in that movie. And also, I really enjoyed her as the quirky little compulsive liar in the movie Garden State, which was directed and written by Zach Braff. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a great little indie movie as well. Julianne Moore is a fantastic actress who I've been a fan of since seeing her in Magnolia. I'm not sure if that's the first movie I saw her in. I can't actually remember. Either way, the scene in the pharmacy where she's yelling at the pharmacy techs because they are whispering about her is cinema gold. I thought that scene was fantastic. It is a great scene. It's a great performance from her. I mean, she has like so many good performances in that movie. So, I mean, right ever since then, I have been definitely into Julianne Moore as an actress, and she does a great job in this movie. She plays this character who is a very also complex character. She's probably more complex than Natalie Portman's character in this movie, but I would say it is kind of a toss-up because there's definitely something odd with Natalie Portman's character. But anyways, Julianne Moore in this movie plays this woman who is seemingly not too aware of the scandal that really happened. She understands that she did something that made people angry. She understands that there is a scandal, but to her, she didn't do anything wrong. And it really makes you look at this character with a slightly different view. Is she a monster? Did she take advantage of this student? Or was there something real between them? I mean, that's the kind of questions this movie brings up. Charles Melton plays the student that slept with her, and that guy, I have never seen him in anything before, but he is a great actor as well. His scenes were so powerful. There is just a lot of depth to this character. You get the impression that, yes, they grew up and they had this happy life together, him and this teacher, but he's starting to ask questions, especially now that there's a movie being made about their life. Now that Natalie Portman is in their life and she's researching them, she's asking him questions, she's trying to get to know him. Now he's starting to wonder, like, what was going on with my childhood? Was there a problem with it? Maybe it was wrong. Maybe I was taken advantage of. And he portrays this so well in this movie. There's a fantastic scene where him and his son are sitting on top of a roof and they're having a heart-to-heart moment because his son's about to graduate. And he's looking at his son thinking, I didn't get to do this because my life was immediately thrust into some scandal. He's looking at his son like, you get to go off to college. You get to have a normal life. You get to have what I didn't have. I think there's a part of him that is slightly jealous of his son, but also you can tell he just loves his family. He loves these kids. Yes, this family is the result of this weird situation with this woman who might have been preying on him, but at the end of the day, he still has this beautiful family, and Charles Melton just is so phenomenal. I will definitely be keeping my eye on him. I thought he was a scene stealer, and he definitely had some of the most emotional scenes in this movie. And that's saying a lot because this movie had a lot of emotional scenes. There is just a lot going on. Everybody seems to be really into the big blockbusters these days. We want our special effects. We want our superheroes. We want our big crazy blockbusters, but I think that this movie is very special in the fact that it is not a big crazy blockbuster. This is an art house movie for sure. It definitely has an independent vibe, and if you're into that kind of genre, I think you'll love this movie. Everything in this movie is so well executed. The acting is phenomenal. Everybody in this movie just delivers in an immense way. And also the cinematography was fantastic. There was some really unique scenes where they managed to have it look where somebody's standing in one frame, but then they're in like another spot on the frame. And it was so cool. I was like, I have respect for filmmakers, especially now that I'm sitting here filming myself. I'm starting to understand camera angles and lighting. So I have a lot more respect for the movie process. And when I see movies with cinematography like this, I can't help but be in awe, and I can't help but be jealous. Like, how did they do these shots? There's a lot of close-ups in this movie, and that definitely helps to make you feel a little bit more connected to these characters and make it feel a little bit more smaller scale, a little more grounded. I thought this movie did a fantastic job. I thought everything about it was executed so well. I don't like handing out tens. Tens to me seem like a big thing. It's a big deal to hand out a 10. I handed out a 10 to Beyonce. I didn't expect to be handing out a 10 again so soon, but here I am. I thought this movie was fantastic. I thought it was amazing. It was so well done. This is an intense movie. It poses a lot of questions. It really makes you think hard about things, and that is a sign of a good movie. This movie is definitely going to be getting some Oscar buzz. I am quite positive about that. Netflix did a great job. It's nice to see a good movie from Netflix. They can be kind of hit and miss. Honestly, sometimes their movies are really great. Other times they're not very good. And this was a nice change of pace to see Netflix really rocking out of the park. They released this right in time for award season, so it's clear that they are thinking the same thing. And I think that they might be onto something. This was a great movie, and I highly recommend it. If this review is interesting to you and you'd like to see more, be sure to hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel. This is a brand new channel and I'm growing and I have a long ways to go, but I can't wait to continue sharing more stories with you guys. So please subscribe and can't wait to see you again. Later.